Welcome back, lads, to another trade recap. I know it's been a long time. I didn't trade all of this week. Monday I tried, got break even, didn't want to post a video. Tuesday was no news, followed by FOMC. I'm not trading that. I'm sorry. I got data backing up that shit's gonna be ass, so I'm not gonna trade that. Wednesday, FOMC. AM is normally known to be ass. I'm not going to trade that. And I'm not comfortable trading the 2 p.m. FOMC. Tuesday and Wednesday proved to me that, maybe I'm not a complete idiot because I did skip those days. And from what I've heard and from what I look back on, they were ass. So I have no problem that I skipped it. I was worried that I'm going to come back and I don't know how to trade anymore. But as you can tell by the title, I do just a bit. I do remember just a bit. It was a small winning day. I had one small mistake, which was my I went break even and then I trailed, but I trailed a little bit too close, which is my mistake. But that's pretty much it. Like, I'm pretty happy with my performance. I'm pretty happy that I'm back trading. I'm one more winning day away from getting my first funded on Lucid. I've had this account for like a month and I've been trading. It's pretty solid and taking it slow. My risk parameters, which I'll go in this video, is proper. Like, I'm treating it how I would treat an actual funded account, which I think is good. I'm not gonna go gamble my way through it, gamble CPI or PPI, unless I've gone a payout over time. Then maybe I'll do it to save some time. But as of right now, I need to prove to myself that I can do it. So, yeah, let's get straight into the trade recap. All right, lads, getting into the recap for the day, what was I looking at? So I have a bit of stuff drawn out so I don't, forget. But basically, I was looking at what we already taken by pre-market. So around 8 o'clock, we took this low right here, which is a very prominent low for us to take. The reason for that is, look at how we reacted off of it. We continued higher. I'm pretty sure there is a higher time frame gap that we bounced off of here. But yeah, this was a prominent low that has been taken. So I wanted to see what else can we do. We have this 1 hour fair value gap here. I wanted to see if we can just tap off of this and then reverse. Maybe take some of this liquidity. We have this pre-market high, Asia high, yesterday's PM and AM and London high, with the unfilled 1 hour gap. I know that is very unlikely, with it being literally 800 points for all of it, but I was just looking for one, right? I was just looking for one little thing for me to go for, but I knew that I was kind of bullish because if we put our fib on the range, and I've been talking about this a lot recently. I'm going to put it on here because that's where we were before market opened. 0 point, the midway of this range, consequent encroachment if you want to call it, or equilibrium, whatever, is overlapped with this order block. I just want to see what's overlapped with different quadrants, right? And where we are in the range. And at open, we are very low. So I didn't really want to sell unless we come back all the way up here. So I was looking for longing. I was looking to long. Now, what would need to happen for me to long? Tapping this 1 hour gap and then showing rejection on a lower time frame with an inversion or something. So what happened? So on the 15-minute time frame, you can see, I'm going to get rid of the range now, but we continued lower after this sweep. What did we go for? On ES, we made a huge SMT with the March 8th low. So we came and swept all that out on ES, where on MQ, we didn't. This was the March 8th low. So we have this huge SMT. So I was waiting, okay, are we going to show some confirmation that we're actually going to go up off of this? So I was looking at what else could there be. So I went to the 1 minute time frame, and then there is another SMT. So we took out on NQ, we took out these lows, which is yeah, it's small, but this is a 930 low. We took it out. On ES, we failed to take out that low, so we have another internal SMT. Now I'm waiting for the inversion. right? So we kind of have this SMT type of thing, and normally I don't really like SMTs, but what backed up my probability and what I liked about it was the internal SMT, and I was just waiting for the inversion. So this was the inversion that I waited for, and we got it, and then I entered on like a slight retracement. It was like right around here, so I got a pretty good entry, and then my stops were below this order block. Now, the reason that it was below this order block is because you can treat it as a change in state, and if you're bearish, right, we still have this 1 minute gap here, and we don't really have a strong break of structure. So cutting risk small plus having proper risk management is great. I'm not going to have it the whole size of the gap because there's no need. If we get this change in state, then that's all I need to see that, okay, bearishness is proper. Bearishness is probably going to happen. So my targets was this pre-market high. Obviously, we didn't get that. But my break-even point was here, this swing high. And then I like to take contracts off at this break-even point and then leave runners. We have a bunch of LRLR. Like, it's just, it's easy for me to see that, you know, I want to be more bullish, right? So, yeah, we have this inversion, enter off of it, and I'm in drawdown a bit, right? But I'm okay with it, mainly because I took contracts. I took a smaller contract size. The reason being is because 10 contracts, I use MNQ, with like the whole gap would be around 2% of the account, which is like $1,000. And I don't want to risk that. Like I said in the intro, I want to treat the account as it's like, you know, that I care about it. And I'm treating it properly. I'm treating it like it is a funded account, or it's my actual funds, because the way that I think about it is like, if it's not treated like that, then I'm going to create bad habits, all this bad shit. But yeah, so we have the stops at the order block, and then I used 5 contracts on M&Q, and then we hit my break-even point, which was around a 1-to-1, almost a 1-to-2, and I took 2 contracts off of there, and then I started trailing my stops, and this was my mistake. So I was break-even, and then my stop was trailed to this low right here. I should have had it below this fair value gap, for sure. It still could come down, wick this fair value gap, and then go higher. Maybe I could even have it at this breakaway gap. But I didn't for some reason. I should have, but that's my mistake. I do have work today, so I kind of wanted to rush. I got to be out of here by 11:15, so I don't want to be monitoring the trade. But yeah, I can't really complain. If we go to my MNQ, I'll show you exactly my executions. Let's see. So as you can see here, 5, and then sold 2 at my break-even point, and then I got hit out in profit. It was around $400, which I'm not mad about. It could have been more if I went full size, but I'm not gonna do that. But yeah, I'm pretty happy about it. I'm 1 day away from passing my funded, so hopefully Friday normally doesn't show good price action, but if it does, I'll be taking something. And yeah, I'm very, very like optimistic about it. I'm happy that I didn't forget how to trade over the couple days that I didn't trade. But yeah, that's pretty much it. There are a few things that I'm not going over, like the opening range. Actually, maybe if I can. Let's see. Oh, there we go. So this is all that I had drawn out. So you can see exactly what I was looking at. It is a bit of a mess, but we have this hourly fair value gap that we're holding right on the 15-minute time frame. Right, we wick it, and then we close above. That's so bullish to me. So another thing that you guys can learn is the first like 15-minute candle. Try not to take a trade unless it's like a Judas swing off of open, which is always good. I was looking for that today, but it didn't happen. And if it's not clear, just wait for the 15-minute candle. Wait for true rejection or true closure, right? If we got true closure here, then I would be looking more bearish. But because we got true closure here mixed with an inversion, I'm taking that 10 times out of 10. And then you see here that I marked this as another breaker structure, strong closure above. We had this fair value gap that we were working. And yeah, like everything. We have opening range gap CE that we hit, and then now we're like turning over a bit. And it was a hard day today because like it is very, very bearish, like very bearish. So you have to get something internally, and yeah. So I hope you guys learned something. I'm glad that I took a trade. I'm glad that I'm back on the markets. And if you guys have any questions, I do have a free Discord that you guys can join. We just talk. We have a good community. We answer each other's questions. We are pretty transparent. We show wins, losses, whatever. Completely for free. I don't think I'll ever be turning it into a paid. Yeah, if you guys have any questions, let me know there. You can personally DM me or type it in the Discord. Doesn't really matter. Yeah, that's pretty much it for the day. I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. I got to get to work. I got to eat lunch. I have a long day ahead of me, but I'm glad that I got a decent morning, decent learning, and that's all that matters. So, yeah, have a good rest of your day, lads. Talk to you later.